Neyland Stadium on the campus of the University of Tennessee. A sellout plus crowd of over 95,000 here to witness this intersectional struggle between two teams that haven't met since World War II. It's USC and Tennessee, and On TV Sports is here to bring you every thrilling moment. Live from Knoxville, Tennessee, On TV Sports presents NCAA football as the Tennessee Volunteers meet the Trojans of USC. Last year, USC finished 11-0-1, a victory over Ohio State in the Rose Bowl New Year's Day. Tennessee 7-5. The Volunteers lost to Purdue in the Bluebonnet Bowl. Hello, everybody. This is Mike Weldon, and working with me on the telecast tonight, one of the all-time greats in USC history, one of the great running backs, the 1965 Heisman Trophy winner, Mike Garrett. Good to have you with us.
It's great to be here, Michael.
Yes, and it's great to have another 1980 college football season about to unfold. Of course, the season starts with some problems. USC cannot go to the Rose Bowl this year because of Pac-10 penalties. And then there's the story about the quarterback. The great Paul McDonald is gone. And starting at quarterback tonight for USC will be Gordon Adams.
Yes, Gordon Adams is a 5-year senior, never played full-time yet, and this is the time for him to lead the Trojans to possibly their first game this year.
Another question mark is tailback. The Heisman Trophy winner, Charles White, 4 glorious years at USC, is gone. And tonight, the tailback will be Marcus Allen.
Marcus Allen last year proved to us, Michael, that he's a great running back at fullback, and this year he's at tailback, and it should be very exciting watching him.
Leading the Tennessee Volunteers tonight will be quarterback Jack Olszewski. Even though Tennessee lost to Georgia in the opener a week ago, Olszewski was very good, hitting on 15 out of 20.
Jeff Olszewski is a multi-talented quarterback, can run and pass, Michael. And if our defense is up, we may be able to stop him, I hope.
Again, welcome to you, Mike Garrett, to the telecast tonight.
It's great to be here.
And we also welcome in Dan Avey, our man down on the field.
Thank you, Mike. Game conditions, it's 91 degrees right now down on the field. The humidity about 75%. It should drop down to about 82 by the end of the game. We'll be down here on the field to check for one thing, the level of sound. It's going to be unbelievable as 90,000 people will try to follow up the snap count every time USC has the ball. We'll check injuries, and we'll check all those other things that you can only see right down here on the sideline. Okay, let's go back up to the booth, and Mike.
All right, Dan, a tremendous roar from this crowd of better than 95,000 here tonight at Neyland Stadium in Knoxville, Tennessee. And even though Tennessee lost the opener to Georgia by 1 point a week ago, they're all primed and ready for the great USC Trojans as they make their first visit here into Tennessee territory. The Trojans won the toss. They have elected to receive, and Alan Duncan is all ready to kick off to the Trojans. And this intersectional, Tennessee and USC is about to get underway, and the fans are really up for it. Deep for the Trojans will be Michael Harper. And it backs up Joey Bronner back behind the end line. Duncan, an outstanding place kicker. Now let's take a look at some of the outstanding SC play, Brenner, and we'll get to some of the others a little bit later on. Gordon Adams, 1st and 10 for USC from the Trojan 20-yard line. It goes to the tailback, Marcus Allen. He gets about 4 yards. Marcus Allen brought down by the middle guard for Tennessee, Jim Noonan, the young man they affectionately call the Tasmanian Devil. Back to more of the USC, the deep threat. It's 2nd and 6 for the Trojans. Ball is at the 24. Here comes Marcus Allen again. Marcus Allen is brought down shy of the 30 by the middle guard again, Jim Noonan, number 60 for Tennessee. It's going to be about a yard shy of a first down. The ball is at the 29-yard line of Southern California. Now back to live action on 3rd and 1. 3 tight ends for the Trojans. It's Marcus Allen over tackle. First down for the Trojans as Allen moves up to the 32, brought down by Steve Kluge, who was in there on that particular play, giving Tennessee 2 middle guards. First down for the Trojans at the 32-yard line of USC. First and 10 for the Trojans from the USC pitch is to Allen. He's up to the 35, hit about the 34, but able to squirt forward to the 35-yard line. The hit on Marcus Allen made by Chris Bolton, the right linebacker of Tennessee. Marcus Allen has carried on every play. 35, second and 7, no score in the opening minutes from Knoxville, Tennessee. It is Harper. Harper almost broke one off. Harper up to the 49-yard line. Greg Gaines, the strong safety, brought him down. Look at John Robinson. John Robinson with a record at USC of 42-6-1 from the 49. The pitch to Allen. Marcus Allen around the right side is bumped hard as he gets into Tennessee territory. And he's dropped at the Tennessee 47-yard line. That'll be a gain of almost 5 by the tailback from San Diego Lincoln High School, Marcus Allen. Call it second and 5 for the Trojans at the Tennessee 47. But Mike Garrett, this looks like the old familiar SC offense, and you ran that last play so many times.
Michael, they're going right at him, and they're doing a good job right now, and it's very exciting to see this in the first drive.
Here comes Rock Shawnee in motion. Second and 5, it's Marcus Allen again. Marcus Allen to about the 41. Twisted down by Brad White, a senior from Idaho Falls, Idaho. They will spot that ball down at the 41. A gain of 6, and it'll be another first down for Southern California.
Michael,
just now moving the chain.
The big question here was, could Tennessee stop our offensive line? And so far, we've been very successful.
Michael Harper back into tailback. Marcus Allen goes out. The fullback is Doug McKenzie. First and 10 Trojans at the Tennessee 41. No score. We played almost 4 minutes of the first quarter. It's Harper. Harper over tackle. And no hole there as Harper was hit at the 39 and shoved all the way back to the line of scrimmage. But they will mark his forward progress at the 39, a gain of 2 by Michael Harper, who immediately goes out and is now replaced by Marcus Allen.
For the fans, the person to look for in defense for the Tennessee Volunteers is number 70, the Tasmanian Devil, Jim Noonan. If we handle him, we should do a very good job on our offensive running. It's second and 8, USC at the Tennessee 39. SC took the kickoff, and they moved steadily downfield now, down to the Tennessee 39. Adams hands off to Allen. Allen is stacked up after a 1-yard gain. Mike Castillo, a sophomore defensive end of Tennessee, number 89 in there on the spill, and he had some help from the linebacker, Chris Bolton. A gain of just 1. Now, third and 7 for the Trojans at the Tennessee 38. That is right. Bolton and Sparlin, the two linebackers' job is to make those tackles and with the defensive line to hold up our guards and get it in play with them. So far we've been successful, and let's see what we do third and 7. Gordon Adams has stayed on the ground in this drive, but now it's third and 7 at the Tennessee 38. Williams in motion this way. Adams to throw, and they blow the play dead. It'll be against SC. The referee is Jim Harper. He's the man in California. Don Mosbar, Bruce Matthews, Alan Pugh, Roy Foster, Keith Van Horn, James Hunter. The offensive line for the Trojans. Third and 12. Williams going wide to the right side. Adams to throw. He's got his man at the 30. Fumble. Big pile up at the 25-yard line. Malcolm Moore had the ball at about the 28 and then fumbled at the 25. And look at him unpile. Tennessee's ball. Michael, this amazing thing here is that here's Malcolm Moore fumbling the ball, and it looks like either Stradlin, the linebacker, or number 27, Gaines, came up with the ball. Anyway, Tennessee's got it. First and 10 at the 26 of the Volunteers. Olszewski at quarterback. The fullback, Berry, carries. James Berry straight up the middle, and he goes to the 31. A pickup of 5. The tackle made by Steve Busick, the inside linebacker. So the Trojans had their first down, and Moore got hit, buffed up the ball, and Tennessee made the recovery. 9:03 to play first quarter. Mike Walden and Mike Garrett from Knoxville. The handoff goes to Berry again, and in on the play is Ricky Gray for the Trojans.
Also Joey Browner.
Michael, this is going to be an important drive for Tennessee. They must do something because the SC has indicated to them already that they can move the ball, and if they don't contain the ball and give their defense a rest, they could be in big trouble.
Now, number 5, Olszewski, the Tennessee quarterback, has a 3rd and 2 on his own 34. Tennessee nothing, USC nothing, 8:20 to play, first quarter. A powerhouse I backfield, a powerhouse I to the left. And it's Glenn Ford, the tailback, who gets the carry, and I don't think he made it. Ricky Gray, the interior linebacker of the Trojans, stacked him up, and it'll be 4th and 3. Line of scrimmage is the 33. Timmy White is deep for USC. He's the sophomore speedster from New Jersey. Tennessee has an outstanding punter in Warren, John Warren. He's averaging better than 40 yards a boot.
Oh.
Fair catch is signaled for by Jeff Fisher at the 38-yard line of the Trojans. And that's where SC will put it in play with a first down from their own 38. 7:41 to play in the first quarter here in Knoxville, Tennessee, and we have no score. Well, Mike Garrett, you would have to say that Gordon Adams got a great deal of confidence in that first drive.
That's all you can say. He made a completion, he ran the team well, and they look very confident so far.
Ball is at the USC 38-yard line. Tailback, Marcus Allen, the pitch to Allen, sweep to the right side. Allen is hit at the 38 and dropped. Brad White on the stop for the Big Orange of Tennessee. The Tennessee defensive line. Mike Castile, he's already had one key hit tonight. Brad White, the big guy who just made the tackle, 243. Jim Noonan, the Tasmanian Devil, 234. Chris Wampler, 238. And Mike Coper, the defensive end, checks in at 230. It'll be 2nd and 10 at the SC 38. Timmy White is in the flanker back for Southern California. It's the tailback, Marcus Allen. He's up to the 41. But Tennessee now closing down on the tailback sweeps. The linebackers for Tennessee, Chris Bolton, number 61, and Danny Spradlin, who hurt his shoulder in the opener against Georgia, but he's in there playing now as we look at the defensive backfield for the Tennessee Volunteers. He's the young man that came up with the recovery of that Malcolm Moore fumble. And here we go. From the 41-yard line on 3rd down, Adams to throw, swings it out to Vic Rockshani. And Wilbert Jones unloaded on Rockshani. Oh, what a hit on Rockshani at the 43-yard line. As John Robinson says, well, I guess it's time to punt. And time to punt it is. David Pryor, a sophomore from Hemet, prepares to punt. Deep for Tennessee is Bill Bates. Now, Pryor has never had a punt block, either in high school or at USC. Got plenty of time now. Oh, a high, booming spiral punt. Fair catch signaled for by Bates, and somebody ran into Bates. Running into Bates was Joe Limebach, who snapped to the punter, Pryor. So there will be a penalty as we get ready now to show you the Tennessee offensive line as the Volunteers take over the ball. Jay Williams is 265. Bill Marin, he's the key man at 254. Lee North, the center. Dwight Wilson, the right guard. And the biggest man for Tennessee, Tim Irwin, 6'7", 265. So Tennessee will take over now from the 24-yard line with a first down. James Berry, the ball carrier, stopped at the 26-yard line by Chip Banks. Gain of about 2. We look at the receivers for Tennessee. There's Go Coper. They have 2 Copers. One's a defensive end. This guy has a great deal of speed, Hancock. So does this man, Mike Miller. In fact, Tennessee has a lot of speed in that backfield. They can really burn you with the deep threat. 2nd down and 6. The ball is at the 26-yard line of Tennessee. No score. 5:43 to play first quarter. The pitch goes to Berry. James Berry. He's up to the 45. Out of bounds at the Tennessee 46-yard line. A 20-yard run by James Berry, the fullback. Ronnie Lott, the rover, and Dennis Smith, the safety, ran him out of bounds. First down, Tennessee.
Tennessee must get outside to be effective against FC, and this is a great run here. Here's Ronnie Lott comes up to make a tackle. We must do more than to keep them inside.
First down at the 46 for Tennessee. Fumble! Big pile up at the 50. The Trojans say they have it. Yes, SC comes up with the ball. The recovery is made by Eric Scoggins, the senior linebacker from Inglewood, number 81. The hit was made by another linebacker, Steve Busey, and the recovery was made by Scoggins. Watch the replay now. The give is to Glenn Ford. He tries to hurdle, stacked up by Busey, and Ford coughs it up. The recovery made by Scoggins. For a timeout. No score from Neyland Stadium in Knoxville, Tennessee. All right, let's go to Dan Avey on the field.
Thank you, Mike. The noise doesn't seem to be affecting the Trojans yet. The sound seems to be carrying over the players on the field. No problems with the snap count. And the other thing is the Trojan offensive line is handling Noonan. Now the interior of the offensive line talks to each other as they get into their stance. And they change the blocking on almost every play. They go from man to wedge to double team to zone, all in code, and they can all still hear each other. So far, the noise has not been a factor on the USC offense. Okay, back to you, Mike.
As I mentioned, we have a split crew here tonight, working member. The referee is from the SEC, Jim Harper. Trojans ball, 1st and 10 from their own 49. It's Marcus Allen. He drives down to the Tennessee 47 or 48. Wrapped up by sophomore Chris Wampler from Lenoir City, Tennessee. One of the defensive tackles for the Volunteers.
Mike, this is a telltale story about SC. They're going to come at you, and you don't have to stop them. But the big sign is, the question is, what will they do in the third quarter? And that's what I'm looking for now.
Right now, we have no score here in the first quarter. 4:50 to go in the first period. The fullback is McKenzie. Tailback is Allen. Adams gives to Allen, swings to the left side. Lowers his head and goes down to around the 45. Danny Martin, the quarterback, was waiting for him, and Marcus Allen, who goes 202 pounds on a 6. Doug McKenzie is the lone running back. A passing situation now on 3rd and 4. Adams sets up to throw. He wants to throw. He throws it complete to James Hunter, the tight end. And Hunter made the catch at the 37-yard line. Michael, but what a great effort by Gordon Adams, who was hanging in there. Volunteers were all over him. Adams was about to go down. Finally, he spotted Hunter, and the defensive end, Cofer, who was all over him. First down at the 38 of Tennessee. It's Marcus Allen at the 30. Marcus Allen down close to the 25-yard line of Tennessee. Wilbur Jones, the left cornerback. Finally, Michael Harper for the Trojans. Allen has carried 11 times for 47 yards, but Harper is the tailback now. The pitch to Harper. He's at the 25, and Harper is pulled down from behind at the 22, and a penalty marker is dropped.
And the telltale sign will be the second quarter and beginning of the third, in my estimation.
But there's no question, Mike Garrett, but what this crowd of 95,049, the second largest ever in the South, not only in Tennessee, but ever in the South to watch an athletic event. They really have cheered on this Tennessee team, and there's no doubt about it. The Volunteers really came out sky high for this one.
Michael, if I was a Volunteer leader, I would have to praise them because they are playing as hard as any team you could expect any team to play.
The injured player is Danny Spradlin, The 15-yard penalty, Clippy against the Trojans, takes the ball back to the 38-yard line now, and it's 1st and 22. It is Marcus Allen. Pulled out of bounds around the 30. 15 for the Trojans from the Tennessee 31. Paul DeLulo is the fullback. Marcus Allen is the tailback. It's Marcus Allen getting the call again. He is flipped down at the 27 by linebacker Chris Bolton. No score, first quarter, 2:20 to play in this period. Listen to the roar from this Tennessee crowd. Williams and White are the wide receivers. Williams going in motion out of your picture. Adams dumps it off incomplete to Marcus Allen, swinging out of the backfield. And I think that Adams rushed it a little bit, led him too much that time. Maybe triggered the pass just a second before he should have, Mike Garrett.
Just a little bit. Michael, you can only be impressed by both teams in the manner they've been playing. And when you have two good teams like this, you can't expect the game to just break open. So it's the telltale sign of who's going to put it on.
Now Eric Hipp will try a field goal from the 35-yard line. Snapping will be Bruce Matthews, holding Scott Tinsley. This will be a 45-yard field goal by Eric Hipp. It's up. It's got the distance all right. It's good! A 45-yard field goal by Eric Hipp. And that ties the longest field goal ever by Hipp in an SC uniform. He hit
practiced long enough. I mean, there's nothing more to practice. It's time for us to play a game, and it's a great setting and a great opponent and a great tradition here, and so we're really very excited about it.
Anthony Hancock is one of the men deep as Eric Hipp kicks off. It will bounce and go beyond the end line. Automatic touchback, and Tennessee will have a first down from their own 20. Referee Jim Harper from the SEC. The umpire is Duke Dornan from the Pac-10. Working with us on the telecast tonight, Jim Hefner and Tony Sevilla. Statistician Tim Tessalone. Mike Walden along with Dan Avey and Mike Garrett from Knoxville. 3-0 Trojans. Tennessee's ball first and 10 from the Tennessee 20. Olszewski, the quarterback, wants to throw, and I think he crossed the line. He completes it at the 40, to the 50, and he's pulled down by Dennis Smith at the 41-yard line. I would like to see the replay on that. I thought he was over the line. The line of scrimmage was the 20-yard line. It looked like he threw it from the 21.
Michael, this is what I was saying. This man is very talented. He comes out. He can either run or pass.
Oh, very close.
Yes, he hits Hancock here.
Ronnie Lott almost had an interception. And now Tennessee with a first down at the Trojan 35-yard line. The fullback, James Berry, is the ball carrier. And Berry goes down to the 32 as we look at the Tennessee backfield. There's the quarterback, Olszewski, who just made the completion. Berry has carried a lot so far in this first period. Glenn Ford is the tailback. Terry Daniels will see a lot of action at tailback as well. In fact, Daniels is in there right now. The ball is at the 31-yard line of Tennessee. 1:23 to go, first quarter, no score. Olszewski gives to Terry Daniels, trying to get to the outside, and the Trojan defense puts him down at the 30. The surge was led by Dennis Edwards, a junior tackle, with a minute to go in the first quarter. SC with a 45-yard field goal by Eric Hipp. Ball is just inside the 30. Ball is at the Tennessee 29. Or check it. It's on the USC 29. Olszewski back to throw. He's in trouble. He escapes. Olszewski. Here comes Busick after Olszewski. And Olszewski gets away again. And finally, they get him down back at the 42-yard line. It was Charles Ossery who caught up with the elusive Jeff Olszewski of Parma, Ohio, and put him down at the 42. 9-yard line, so call it. It'll be third down and about 14 yards to go for the first down. It is Warren punting on, I believe I said third down. It was fourth down. Warren punting out of bounds at the 15-yard line. And that's where USC will put it in play at the 15. So with 15 seconds left in the first quarter, SC with a first down at the 15-yard line of Southern California. We have no score in the first period. I might make mention of the fact that Southern California has a 20-game unbeaten streak going coming into this game tonight. Only a 21-21 tie with Stanford last year mars that record. Alabama has the longest streak alive in college football, 22 straight. Penalty marker is dropped as the tailback Allen carries up to the 17. From their own 10-yard line. SC leading 3-0 thanks to a 45-yard field goal by Eric Hipp. The closing seconds of the first quarter. It's the tailback. Marcus Allen straight up the middle. He shoots up to the 14. Again, it's Bolton on the tackle for Tennessee. Gain of 4 And that's the last play of the first quarter here in Neyland Stadium in Knoxville, Tennessee. 95,049, and the Trojans lead the Volunteers 3-0 after 1 quarter of play. Now let's go down to Dan Avey on the sideline.
Okay, Mike, Danny Spradlin, the fine linebacker for the Volunteers, is in their dressing room. He has painfully re-injured his shoulder. He will not play again at least until the second half, but they won't know until they really check him completely at halftime. As far as the Trojans are concerned, Ricky Gray took a bump on the left leg, but they just put a pad on that and taped it on. Of course, V-back Vic Rakshani fractured a finger in practice last week. He's got a splint on the finger, and it's heavily padded, but it doesn't seem to be bothering him too much. He caught a pass here in the first quarter. Okay, that's it down on the only injury is Danny Spradlin for the game.
We're about ready to start play here in the second quarter. SC 3, Tennessee nothing. The SC center is Alan Pugh. The quarterback is Gordon Adams. 64 is Roy Foster. All right, that gives you an idea of the first quarter stats in tonight's game. First play of the second quarter. Ball is at the 13-yard line of the Trojans on 2nd and 7. It's Marcus Allen. Bumps into his own man, falls forward at the 16. USC called for the timeout. 14:27 to go, second quarter. USC 3, Tennessee nothing. Jim Noonan back in at middle guard for Tennessee. As we look at the Trojans, 39 McKenzie, 8 is Kevin Williams, 68 Van Horn, 89 Hobie Brenner. It's warm and humid here in Knoxville tonight. Temperature at game time right around the 80-degree mark, and the humidity was in the high 70s. Marcus Allen trying to get the outside, and Brad White nails him. Brad White making the hit right about the line of scrimmage, and the Trojans now will be forced to punt.
Here's a great hit by Brad White. Catches our running back straight in the chest, and I'm glad Marcus didn't get hurt on that.
David Pryor back at his own 1, awaiting the snap from the center, Joe Leimbach. Leimbach, by the way, is a left-handed snapper. Good booming punt by Pryor, and he takes the Tennessee man all the way back to the 34-yard line. Fumbles out of bounds at the 47. Bates brought it back to the 47, but he fumbled the ball, but he fumbled it, fortunately for Tennessee, out of bounds.
Michael Gates almost took that around. They had a pick to the left side of the field, and if he got past the last 2 Trojans, he would have had about a 60-yard touchdown.
The tackle was made by Pat McCool for the Trojans, and that was a 56-yard punt by David Pryor and a 13-yard run back. Tennessee now with good field position, 1st and 10. The ball is at the 47-yard line of the Volunteers. 3-0 SC. In motion for Tennessee goes Danny Martin. And the pass is batted down. Breaking
to the game plan, and they stick with it all the way.
2nd and 10. The ball is at the Tennessee 47. 3-0 Trojans. Olszewski rolling out to the right. He's elusive. Goes to the outside. He's got a clear path. He throws anyway, and he's got his man at the 35-yard line of the Trojans, and he dropped the ball. That was the tight end, Mike Kofer, who had the ball for just a brief second and couldn't hold on. As the linebackers, Scoggins and Lott were right on him. Ball at the Tennessee 47. 3-0 Trojans. Early in the second quarter, Olszewski has time. Runs up. He's up to the 50 and brought down from behind by Ronnie Lott. And Chip Banks. Dennis Smith also had a piece of the action.
So far, we have done SC has done a great job on defense. That time, Olszewski did not have anyone to pass to.
White is back at about the 6-yard line. Timmy White from Asbury Park, New Jersey. Center is Rumsey for Tennessee, in the boot by Warren. White takes the ball out of bounds at around the 15-yard line. Almost caught that ball out of bounds. Warren, no run back. So it'll be 1st and 10. The ball is at the 16-yard line of the University of Southern California. Trojans 3, Tennessee nothing. 12 and a half minutes to play in the second quarter from Knoxville, Tennessee. Tennessee's done a good job of shutting down the SC tailback, and here comes the fullback, McKenzie. His first carry tonight, and he doesn't get much, maybe a yard. McKenzie from Santa Barbara, and he is brought down by Reggie White.
If I was in the Trojan team right now, I'll be wondering how much longer will this team hold up, because I believe they're going to be coming back and going at the Volunteers until they get some break.
Third down and about 8. Ball is close to the 18-yard line. The SC 18. Adams wants to throw. And he throws it to Jeff Simmons. Simmons making the grab for the Trojans. And Danny Martin, the quarterback, right with him. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line. That'll
be an indication that he's on his game now.
And it's an indication, too, that I think as this game progresses, Adams seems to be building up more and more confidence all the time. Here is Marcus Allen. And Marcus Allen rolls up to the 33. 33. Here comes the tailback, Michael Harper. And Harper goes up to the 36. Be about a yard shy of the first down. And again, it's Reggie White on the hit for Tennessee. White is number 92.
And so far, he's been very effective, and that's one reason we haven't been able to move the ball.
SC leads in yardage. SC leads in the score. 3-0 over Tennessee. 10:26 to go in the second quarter. First down for Southern California. Thanksfield, the defensive end.
Yes.
1st and 10 for the Trojans at the USC 38. 3-0. SC leads on a 45-yard field goal by Eric Hipp. Adams dumps it off to McKenzie, the fullback. And McKenzie put down at the last year when Allen was the fullback for Charles White.
And this year, he and Doolittle will be splitting time.
2nd and 2 at the 46 of the Trojans. Give us to McKenzie, the fullback, trying to pick up the first down. McKenzie, 1st and 10 at the 49 of the Trojans. McKenzie is the fullback. Adams sets up to throw. He's going to go long and deep for Kevin Williams, and he overthrows him, and Williams was in the open. He had his man, Greg Gaines, the strong safety, beaten by a good 5 yards. And had that ball been right on target, Williams would have had a score.
Michael, Gordon Adams is super. He read the defense. They were blitzing. They knew he had one-on-one coverage on Kevin Williams. And he overshowed him. Here it is. Now he runs the post. This is a great pattern for Kevin for the last 3 years. And he just overthrew him.
Speedy Hart going in motion. He's number 5. The tailback, Marcus Allen. And Marcus Allen is driven out of bounds in front of the Tennessee bench. One of the Tennessee coaches complaining to the official about something. The ball will be spotted down at the Tennessee 49, a gain of 2. Mike Cofer, the defensive end of Tennessee, on the hit. 89, Hobie Brenner for the Trojans, the tight end. 3rd down and 8. The ball at the Tennessee 49, and the Tennessee fans trying to get back at this Tennessee defense and give them a boost. Adams wants to throw. He's got time, and he hits Hobie Brenner across the middle. Hobie Brenner, the tight end, maybe the number 3 receiver.
Coach Robinson has to be happy with Gordon Adams' performance so far. And it's a great indication in the latter part of the game that everything may turn around.
But the Trojans are 2 yards shy of the first down, so David Pryor is in to boot. Good snap from Linebach. Pryor is aiming for the sideline boundaries. It hits at the 10-yard line, flips around, and it's down at about the 1-yard line. That's exactly right, down at the 1-yard line. But a penalty marker was dropped upfield around the illegal substitution. I thought he first gave the ineligible receiver downfield, but it's an illegal substitution, and it's against Tennessee, and the Trojans have a first down at the 28-yard line. 7:58 to play, and some boos are uttered from this partisan Tennessee crowd. From the Tennessee 38, it's Marcus Allen. Marcus Allen stacked up at the 28-yard line. Fumbles. Tennessee recovers.
Right before that fumble, Michael, I was going to comment this is a very important drive for the Trojans. And little behold, Marcus Allen fumbles on the 28-yard line of Tennessee.
There's where the ball is jarred loose. The hit was made by Noonan, and Castile came in from the side, jarring the ball loose from Allen. And now Tennessee has it 1st and 10 at the Tennessee 28-yard line. 3-0, USC leading. It's Terry Daniels, the carrier, brought down by linebacker Chip Banks. Ball is at the 33, a pickup of 5. 2nd and 5 for Tennessee from their own 33.
Michael, with 7:41 or 7:35 now left in the second quarter, this is a must drive for the Volunteers to get themselves on the board. It will be very important because they just stopped the Trojans.
From the Tennessee 33, Olszewski at quarterback. He's going to carry. Olszewski throws the ball, and it looks like the Trojans come up with it. It looked like a white shirt on the bottom of the pile first, but we will wait until we get the official signal from the referee.
Lee North recovered the ball for the Volunteers on about the 42-yard line.
Busick, number 54, was on the bottom of the pile, but if he did get it, he couldn't gather it in, and North comes up with that recovery for Tennessee, and a break for the Volunteers as they have the ball up to the 42-yard line. 1st down for Tennessee at the Tennessee 42. USC leading 3-0. It is Terry Daniels, the running back. Terry Daniels to the 45. A gain of 3 by Daniels, a junior from Miami, Florida. 2nd down at about 6. And the ball carrier brought down around the 50-yard line. It was Anthony Hancock, the wingback.
There's a fumble on the 49-yard line of SC.
Let's watch it again. There's the fake.
There he goes.
And here is Hancock going around to the right side, and the ball is recovered around the 50-yard line.
Tremendous hit here.
The hit made by August Curley and Dennis Smith. The ball is at the 49-yard line of the Trojans, but Tennessee was able to come up with it again. So now the Volunteers have a 3rd and 1 from the USC 49. Trojans leading 3-0, 6:15 to go in the second quarter. Olszewski gets the 1st down for Tennessee. Tackle by Dennis Edwards from Stockton.
The Trojans must be asking at this point, Michael, what do we have to do to put these people away? They have fumbled 3 times in the last 4 minutes, and yet they still are in the ball game, only behind 3-0.
Ball is at the SC 46-yard line. Tennessee has 3 timeouts left in this first half. USC has 1. 3-0. Trojans. 5:50 to go in the first half. Olszewski sets up the throw. He's going long and deep, and it is picked off. It is Dennis Smith with the interception for the Trojans. Dennis Smith up to the 35, and Dennis Smith rolled down at the 38-yard line. Perry was the intended receiver, the fullback, streaking downfield, and Olszewski's pass was intercepted by Dennis Smith.
Here we have Perry running a sideline pattern from the backfield, and here comes Dennis Smith, comes and intercepts it. Great job. It's always great to have that great safety.
Dennis. Ball is at the 39-yard line of the Trojans. Adams pitching to Marcus Allen. Spilled as he crosses the 40 to the 41 by Chris Bolton. That Bolton has been in on almost every tackle tonight for Tennessee. He's a senior from Atlanta, Georgia, 6'2" and 220. And Chris Bolton and Brad White and Jim Noonan, they've played a lot of defense for Tennessee.
Michael, so far Brad White and Jim Noonan on the line are giving the linebackers free, and so Bolton's making all the crucial plays so far.
Marcus Allen with 21 carries for 77 yards in this first half. USC 3-0 over Tennessee. Adams across the middle to Marcus Allen. Marcus Allen is stopped around the midfield stripe. First down for the Trojans at the 50-yard line. USC 3, Tennessee nothing. 4.5 minutes to go in the first half from Knoxville. Adams throwing out on the flats, and it is knocked away from Hobie Brenner, the tight end. Good defense that time. Or did he catch it?
It's a reception.
I thought he knocked it away.
No, great hands. Toby's noted for that and hauled it in and And now we're about 3rd and 5.
Grab with Danny Martin right on him at the 45-yard line.
I take that back. It's 2nd and 5, Mike.
The ball is at the Tennessee 45-yard line. USC 3-0, and the Trojans would like to get another score here before halftime. It's Harper, the tailback. Michael Harper. He goes to the 38. Harper, 6 carries, 33 yards. Fullback is McKenzie. This is Michael Harper. Harper is at the 30. Harper almost broke it as he finally is tripped up and around the 25-yard line by Danny Martin, the cornerback. So far, the only scoring tonight as we take a look at the back of Johnny Majors in his 4th year at Tennessee with a 45-yard field goal in the first period by Eric Hipp. Kevin Williams is in the slot to the right. Timmy White split in on the right side. Adams wants to throw. White says, hey, he wants it. And Kevin Williams has the ball and runs out of bounds at the 18-yard line. Kevin Williams, the bug, got loose, and Gordon Adams put it right on the money. 1st and 10. The ball is at the 18-yard line of Tennessee. The tailback, Marcus Allen, struggled for a yard. Mike Castile in there to plug up the hole and bring him down. Castile, the defensive right end of the Volunteers. Adams looking over in the direction of John Robinson. There are the passing stats on Gordon Adams. Not a bad way to break in his first start ever in 5 years at USC. 2nd down 9. The ball is at the 17. Timmy White comes out wide to the right side. Rock Shawnee is in the slot to the right. McKenzie is the fullback, and Adams is going to carry. I don't think that play was designed for Adams to carry. He went back to hand off, and there was nobody there. So Gordon Adams had to do the next best thing, and he just managed to get the ball back to the line of scrimmage. Castile and Jim Noonan on the tackle. Michael. It sounded as if the crowd was booing, but every time Noonan is on the tackle, they go, Noonan. It sounds like they are booing. 95,000 strong.
That was a crucial play for the Trojans. They're 2nd and 9, and there was a broken play where the quarterback did not get the ball to Marcus.
3rd down and 9, and SC will call for a timeout. Tennessee 17, SC 3, Tennessee nothing with 1:38 to go, first half. Timmy White, Kevin Williams, wide to the right side on 3rd and 9. Adams throws it off to Marcus Allen. 15, 10, Marcus Allen down to the 5, down to the 3-yard line of Tennessee. It'll be 1st and goal to go for USC at the Tennessee 3-yard line.
Here's a great sign that the offense is getting on track where Gordon Adams drops back, cannot read anything downfield, looks to the secondary receiver, Marcus Allen, and Marcus shows us why he's a great running back.
The tackle on Marcus Allen was made by Mike Castile. And it's 1st and goal to go for the Trojans. Here comes Marcus Allen. He slams down to the 2. Stacked up there at the 2-yard line. Gain of 1. It'll be 2nd and goal to go for the Trojans at the Tennessee 2-yard line. Jim Noonan and Brad White were in on the tackle for the Volunteers from Tennessee. 55 seconds left. The clock running. This Tennessee crowd trying to cheer on the defense. Marcus Allen, touchdown! Touchdown!
This
Marcus
is touchdown,
Allen.
Marcus Allen, first one of the year.
Marcus Allen scoring from 2 yards out. 44 seconds remaining in the first half. And finally, the Trojans get a touchdown on a 2-yard plunge by tailback Marcus Allen.
Here's the play, the power play.
Eric Hipp will be in there to try to tack on the extra point. Snapping will be Matthews, holding Tinsley. Hipp puts it right through. So the Trojans drive steadily downfield, and they score on a 2-yard plunge by Marcus Allen. And SC now leading 10-0 over Tennessee with 44 seconds still to be played in the first half. And Mike Garrett, it's almost as if somebody had just taken the balloon out of this Tennessee crowd in Knoxville.
Michael, this...
Eric Kipp is ready to kick to number 26 for Tennessee. That's Willie Galt. But oh, what a lift this is bound to give USC. 10-0 rather than 3-0 as we draw to a close the first half here in Knoxville. Galt makes no attempt to run it out. And the improvement in the place kicker, Eric Kipp, is quite noticeable. Tennessee now will have a first down from their own 20, number 5, quarterback Jeff Olszewski from Parma, Ohio. Fullback James Berry, 34, and the tailback is Terry Daniels. It's Daniels on the delay. Daniels gets just 1 yard, wrapped up by linebacker Chip Banks. Favorite Johnny Majors a little bit because this is his 4th year as the head coach at Tennessee. This is his first complete Johnny Majors team that he has recruited and worked with now for the 4th year. Lost the opener to Georgia 16-15 last Saturday night, and here against a great name in football like USC, and the Volunteers are down 10-0. 2nd and 9. The ball is at the 21-yard line. This might be delay of the game.
Michael, when you're losing, I mean, they pick out anything to come at you, but Hubert Simpson is a great back for him.
Just 1 second left, and I don't know if they'll be able to run it off or not. Oh, there's the whistle, and that is the halftime here at Knoxville, Tennessee. Halftime score, USC 10 and Tennessee nothing. On to Dan Avey on the sideline. Dan?
Coach Majors, I think your team played some pretty strong football that first half.
I don't know how we could expect a lot more from our defense of everything we're getting. When we look like the Keystone Cops out there, when we're trying to handle the football sometimes. Our offensive football team has moved the ball 2 or 3 times only in spurts. And we dropped the football too often, and we've been very fortunate to get it back a couple of times. That's my biggest concern is for offense to take some of the pressure off and get close to the scoreboard, but our defense is playing too much.
Any major changes during the halftime?
Well, we might make 1 or 2 after we talk to our staff, but I don't know yet. So we get in. Our main thing is hold on to that blame football. That's the best change we can make.
Thank you, Coach Johnny Majors. Okay, back up to you, Mike.
USC got the 10 points on a 45-yard field goal by Eric Kipp in the first quarter. And then the Trojans went 61 yards in 13 plays. Marcus Allen from 2 yards out, and Kipp kicked the extra point. So it is Robinson very shortly, and we would remind you that USC has the home opener a week from tonight against South Carolina at the Coliseum. Kickoff.
Coach, the first half was perfect on the scoreboard. What were your thoughts?
Well, I thought we had a couple chances we let get away from us, but I kind of expected that. We have so much inexperience in terms of some of the things we're doing. I think Tennessee has given us a few sets we hadn't seen. Gordon Adams, I think, is playing a fine game. He's audibleized way more than half the time to try to get away from their sets, so we're pleased with that part. Our rhythm seems to be okay. I think it's going to be a difficult second half. I expect them to come and get something on the board, so I think we got to keep going.
You don't think there'll be many changes on either side?
Oh, I think there'll be changes in terms of emphasis and willingness to gamble a little bit. We played it as close to the vest as we could. I think both sides will maybe get the ball up in the air and do a few more things.
Thank you. Good luck, Coach.
You're welcome.
Okay. Back up to you, Mike.
10-0, USC over Tennessee. First half statistics. The Trojans almost doubling the yardage against Tennessee. 211 total yards to 106. In passing individual stats, Marcus Allen already is carried for 85 yards in 25 times. And Adams, the quarterback, has completed 10 out of 12 for 88 yards. Olszewski, on the other hand, just 1 out of 4. So all in all, Mike Garrett, you would have to say a good first half for the Trojans, especially for Gordon Adams and Eric Kipp.
There's no question about it. Both players played very well, and that's the reason we're at this time 10 points ahead.
And also the USC defense.
No question. No question.
Mike Walden and Mike Garrett. Here we go into the second half from Knoxville, Tennessee. Hips kickoff is brought back to around the 21-yard line. Eric Hipp with a good kickoff, and Willie Galt brought it back to around the 21. The tackle was made by Kenny Moore. And Moore is one of 3 sets of brothers on the SC varsity this year. Kenny and Malcolm Moore,
right.
Keith and Joey Browner,
That's
and
right.
also the Metters, Jeff and Larry Metter.
That's exactly right.
So maybe SC leads the NCAA in brother combinations. 10-0 is the score. James Berry, the fullback, gets the call, and Berry's Stopped right about the line of scrimmage by George Achika. See, writers and broadcasters, they seem to be of a consensus that, boy, it's going to be tough to hold them now.
It will be, because I think they gain a little confidence, and the intensity factor should go way high now.
Daniels and Berry in the backfield. Berry gets the call, and Berry is wrestled down by Ussery and Achika.
Mike, you have to contribute a lot of the turn to the momentum of the game is the SC's defense, the intensity and the hitting, and I think the coaching staff counts on that to where the defense does. Yelling,
screaming. It was bedlam at the outset, and I think everyone got swept up with it. Now it's a rather quiet, subdued crowd. USC 10-0 over Tennessee. Olszewski wants to throw, may run, and he does run. 25. Olszewski brought down at about the 29. Ronnie Lott over there on the play, along with Chip Banks.
Michael, you have to be careful when you play a team in their home field, is that they may gain momentum at any time, and if you just kind of lax off just a little bit, the game changes. So let's see what happens.
Warren is back in punt formation for Tennessee. Timmy White will be deep for Southern California. That's Fisher. He's up about 10 yards from White. White is about the 25, and Fisher around the 36. Just in case Warren shanks one. USC 10, Tennessee nothing, early in the third quarter. Nice boot by Warren. It'll drift over, and it'll be fielded at the 22 by Timmy White. White is cut down at the 27-yard line. Good hard tackle there for Tennessee, made by Chevette Settle, number 41. It'll be a first down for Southern California at the 27 of USC. A 49-yard punt by Warren and a 5-yard return by Timmy White. Alan Pugh comes out over the ball, wide to the right side. Malcolm Moore and Vic Rockshani. Ball is at the SC 27. Gordon Adams, the quarterback. McKenzie and Allen, his running backs. The tailback, Allen, 30, and hit from behind and pushed down at the 33-yard line. Chris, I don't know if they've broken the backs of the Tennessee football team yet, but a lot of the fans here are very subdued right now. Second and 4 at the 33, 10-0 USC leading. It's Marcus Allen. Oh, is he hit hard at the 32. Chris Wampler, the sophomore defensive tackle, number 77. What a reception Marcus Allen had there at the 32, a loss of a yard.
Michael, I may be premature with this, but the big question here is, can we keep that drive going? I heard Marcus is the focal point of it, and turn the tide where we can get up 17 zip, and that will definitely put us in good position for this game.
3rd and 5 at the 33. Allen, 91 yards now and 27 carries. Adams wants to throw. Looks right, now throws left over the head of Kevin Williams. Williams is 5'8", 5'9", give or take, and he wants to give. He wants to be 5'9". He could have been 10'9". He wouldn't be able to get that one. Actually, exactly. I think Adams was more or less throwing it away because Williams wasn't in the open that much.
I agree with you, Mike.
4th down and 5 at the 32-yard line. Pryor, who's been punting well tonight for Southern California, is back to do it again for the Trojans. The deep man is Bill Bates for Tennessee. High spiral punt. Fair catch is signaled for at the 20-yard line. Another boomer by Pryor. David Pryor. That was a 48-yard punt by Pryor. And last year, Pryor averaged just under 37 yards a punt. But he was required to kick out of bounds many times last season, which reduced his average. But David Pryor getting the job done punting this year. No doubt about that. First down and 10 for Tennessee from the Tennessee 20-yard line. Olszewski brings him out. 34 is the fullback, Berry. You move over, you can pick up 43, Daniels. Olszewski wants to throw. Olszewski throws right on the target at the 34-yard line. The tackle on the Tennessee receiver is made by the roverback, Ronnie Lott, but Olszewski drilled it right to the wingback, Anthony Hancock. That'll be a gain of 14. First down for Tennessee.
Yes, the Gamecocks realize that the only way they're going to do this is run good patterns and chew up the yards on the passing side, and this is what they did here. Great throw, great catch, great pattern.
A gain of 14 and a first down for the Volunteers of Tennessee. The ball at the Tennessee 34. USC on top, 10-0. Olszewski faking, and now Olszewski runs right into Dennis Edwards. Busick in there, number 54 as well. They will mark his forward progress. at the 33-yard line. Actually, a loss of a yard. So call it 2nd and 11. Capacity here at Neyland Stadium is right around 91,000. But they count everybody that's in the park. So that's the reason, the 95,000 plus here tonight. And they have plans to add another 16,000 seats at the south end of the stadium. And that will increase the capacity here at Neyland Stadium to 107, the largest in the United States. We have a timeout down on the field here in Knoxville. 10:57 to go in the third quarter. The Trojans of SC on top, 10-0 over Tennessee. It'll be 2nd down and 11 at the 33. Tennessee's ball at the Tennessee 33. Osefsky rolling out to the right, and he is nailed at the 35-yard line by Chip Banks. Chip Banks not only is very quick, but he has speed for a man his size, 6'5", 228. He's just a junior, the 4th leading SC tackler last season. They will spot the ball at the 36. Call it 3rd down and 8. And let me carry this one step further about Knoxville. It's a community of about 150,000, and it will be the site of the 1982 World's Fair. So folks down here in Knoxville are all excited about their 107,000-seat stadium and the World's Fair coming up. And they're excited about this run by Olszewski. Olszewski doing some nifty stepping out of bounds at the 48. And that'll be a 1st down for Tennessee. Joey Browner running him out of bounds at the 48.
You know, it's always great to watch a great athlete. He goes back, he knows his team's in trouble. He checks around, decides to take the game in his own hands and runs for the crucial 8 yards for a 1st down, and the crowd is coming back to life.
Split backs now for Olszewski. To the left, Barry. To the right is Daniels. And it's Daniels. Daniels tripped up by Banks, who was in that backfield, and got his underfooting away from him. And Banks put him down. He got back to about the line of scrimmage. Chip Banks and George Achika. And it was as we watch the SC defense down there on the field, Marv Gu is the assistant head coach of the Trojans, and he's been at SC for some 23, 24 years. He had his 48th birthday on September the 8th. Yesterday, he did 48 one-handed push-ups. Marv Gu, he's something. Olszewski, unloading on Olszewski is George Achika. 6. That was a loss of 4. 3rd and 14 for Tennessee. The ball now back at the Tennessee 44. 10-0. SC on top. Olszewski. He had a little protection, and then it broke down, and Chip Banks swarmed all over it. Banks' first name is William, but it's Steve Busick and Dennis Edwards. And that's what every defensive coach loves to see, the swarm defense.
Speed and pursuit. No question.
Back in punt formation is Warren. Waiting the kick, Timmy White and Jeff Fisher for USC. 10-0. The Trojans leading Tennessee. Good snap from the center, Rumsey, and a good, beautiful spiral punt by Warren. Backing up is White all the way to the 15. White is being chased. Down he goes at the 18. The tackle is made by number 1, Lee Jenkins of Tennessee. Quite a punting duel tonight. David Pryor of SC and John Warren of Tennessee. We have 7:49 remaining in the third quarter. Trojans leading 10-0 over the Volunteers of the SEC.
Michael, football is a game of momentum. Right now, the Trojans have it, but they're in their own territories, and if Tennessee puts up a good front, they may gain it back.
Well, in football today, a 10-0 lead isn't all that comfortable, and still a lot of time left. 7:49 third period. The pitch from Adams to Michael Harper, or rather it's Marcus Allen, and it is Allen up to the 22. Put down hard by the Tasmanian Devil, Jim Noonan from...
Looks like Mike Castile, the defensive lineman for the Volunteers, was clipped in some way. He got up limping, and there was a flag right by where he laid.
We will await the signal by the referee, Jim Harper, from the Southeast Conference. Clipping against the Trojans, and that's the second clipping penalty tonight against USC. They do have some beautiful women here in the South, no doubt about that.
No question about that.
7:42, third quarter. Southern California, 10-0 over Tennessee, and this is the only game in town. And boy, the folks have been in here. Some of them have been into Knoxville since Wednesday, and it's one huge party for the entire weekend. Nothing like a big football weekend in the South, and there's going to be a big football weekend in the Coliseum next Saturday night. USC in South Carolina. You get a chance to see the great running back George Rogers for the Gamecocks. All right, the penalty puts the ball back at the 9-yard line. The fans are starting to get back at the Tennessee defense. Allen, trying to get some running room, is forced out of bounds. A loss on the play. And this just may get this Tennessee team all stoked up again. A loss of 2.
That's right. Here we go. Marcus Allen trying to get outside. Castile, who was just clipped, penetrates, makes a great tackle here, and drives the man out in about the 7-yard line.
That's Mike Castile, number 89, a 6'5", 216-pound sophomore. Oh, this crowd is really rocking the stadium.
Michael, I said momentum. This is it.
The crowd and the scoreboard is flashing up. Defense. Listen to this crowd. Rock Saudi in motion. Here comes the tailback. No gain. Marcus Allen stopped by Castile. Oh, and the Tennessee fans love it.
If he didn't convert and get that first down, which would have helped in their field position, now they must punt, and we'll give the Volunteers great field position around the 45.
It'll be 3rd down. The ball is at the 9-yard line. 3rd and 10. So SC's got to do something on this 3rd down play, or they'll have to give it up to Tennessee. One out of trouble. Allen goes in motion now. The lone running back is a fullback. Adams to pass. He's going long for Kevin Williams, and it's over his head at the 50-yard line. So the Trojans gambling. 3rd and 10, deep in their own territory, and Gordon Adams decided now is the time to go for broke. And he overthrew Kevin Williams.
Now we're in the crucial play. Like, the punt will have to be as far as you can get it, but most likely they'll be inside the SC's 50-yard line.
John Robinson and Gil Haskell. John Robinson, the head coach, Gil Haskell in charge of special teams. They all say Pryor punts best when he is rushed the hardest. But they're not coming at him. He gets it away in about 1.7 seconds. And it backs up. Willie Gull all the way back to the 40-yard line, and he gets to the 42. Tackle is made by Pat McCool from the SC special teams. So Pryor delivers again and gets SC out of trouble. David Pryor with a 48-yard punt.
Michael, I'm talking about if he got a good punt, and he booms one for longer than we thought.
And now this crowd comes alive again. 1st and 10 at the Tennessee 43. The Trojans leading 10-0. Olszewski. He's going to know it's Steve Alatorre at quarterback now for Tennessee. And Joey Browner makes the hit. Alatorre pitching out to tailback Glenn Ford. Alatorre is from Southern California. Steve Alatorre, he's from Cypress, California. 6'1", 180, and a junior. He went to Cypress High School, then Cerritos Junior College, also Cypress Junior College, and he's the number 2 quarterback here at Tennessee, and he's trying to rally the Volunteers. The number 3 Tennessee quarterback is Randall Morris from Long Beach Poly. Alatorre throws across the middle. He's got his man. That is out of bounds at the 38-yard line. It is Terry Daniels. Ricky Gray missed the tackle, and so did Dennis Smith. Finally, it was Smith that got him out of bounds.
Here's Alatorre dropping back. Has plenty of time to scan the field. He sees Anthony Hancock. This is a speedster. He could break it any time. It's a good move here. He's outside. Gets driven out about the 40-yard line.
Alatorre on the fake, but the handoff in the middle of the line, hardly anything there at all. Maybe a yard or two down to around the 37-yard line. It's Berry, number 34, the ball carrier. Loss on the play of 2, the tackle made by Busey. 2nd down and 8 at the USC 37. 5:09 to go 3rd quarter. Tennessee trying to get something going here. Down 10-0 to the Trojans of USC. Steve Alatorre at quarterback. He's going to run. 35. Alatorre goes down at the 31. Suddenly, Alatorre said, I don't want to challenge those big guys. So he did a three-point landing at the 31 as Ronnie Lott came over to cover.
The quarterbacks are taking the game in their hands, Michael. First it was Osinski, now it's Alatorre. Both are dropping back. No one covered, no one open, then they run.
Alatorre, a 21-year-old junior from Cypress, California, just picked up 6 on the last play. 3rd down and 2 at the 31. And a timeout has been called by USC. 4:29 left, 3rd quarter. Trojans 10 and Tennessee nothing. Major League Baseball returns to the on-TV lineup next Friday night when the Cincinnati Reds come to town to battle the Dodgers. The race for the championship of the Wild Western Division is in full swing. And on TV will be at Dodger Stadium to bring you all of the tension-filled action. The Dodgers host Johnny Bench, George Foster, and the rest of the Reds with a big push to the pennant stakes. So don't miss it. Next Friday night, 7:30 on TV. Got the news today that Bill Russell is going to be out for the rest of the season.
That's right. He broke his finger, I think, in last night's game.
That's got to hurt the Dodgers. Dave Corsinati comes in at nose guard for USC. It's 3rd and 2, Tennessee at the Trojan 31-yard line. Might have been a mix-up in the Tennessee backfield. Trojans swarm all over Steve Alatorre. Busick was the first man to hit him, but Busick had plenty of help. Alatorre was spinning around like he was about to hand off.
Michael, it could be the big play of the drive. Now they're 4th and about 3.
Yes, they put the ball back at the 32-yard line, so it would be 4th and 3 now. There's our Alatorre. He's ready to hand off, but nobody is there. A busted play. And we've got another timeout now. This one called by Tennessee. 4:11 to go in the 3rd quarter. Southern California 10, Tennessee nothing. Well, we have about 2,000 people from Southern California here cheering on the Trojans tonight at Neyland Stadium. And one of those across the way in the SC section is a 74-year-old man from San Marino, Giles Pellerin. This is his 500, and I think it's 43rd straight game, something like that.
Yeah, that was my last game at SC.
573. That's amazing. All right, on 4th and 3, Tennessee will try a field goal. Alan Duncan to kick it out of the hold of John Warren. It's up. It's good. A field goal by Alan Duncan. A 49-yard field goal by Alan Duncan. And Johnny Major says, I wouldn't trade Duncan for any kicker in the country. Oh, what a live leg. Number 10, Alan Duncan.
Alan Duncan, noted being one of the great kickers in the collegiate ranks, kicks a long field goal, 49 yards. And the momentum is changing. It's crucial, Mike, the next drive for SC to see what they're going to do.
We have 4:06 to play in the 3rd quarter, and now USC's lead is down to 7. Trojans 10, Tennessee 3. Michael Harper standing back there in the middle. He is flanked by Anthony Gibson on one side and Joey Browner on the other. Duncan is from Kenya in South Africa, where he learned his soccer style kicking. His parents are Southern Baptist missionaries over in Africa. And he came to Tennessee a couple of years ago. I think his first game was against UCLA, and you could tell right then and there he had a great future ahead. It's fielded by one of the up men for the Trojans, and that is Greg Brady, 83. And maybe Brady fumbled the ball. Yep, he did. Tennessee takes over. It looks like a a rugby game out there as they're trying to wrestle the ball away from one another. 26 is common enough for USC, a freshman from Honolulu. Tennessee's ball. It would appear that Avery Huff, number 22, comes up with the ball, as the kickoff was returned by Greg Grady. He was a quarterback candidate at one time at SC, switched to the tight end position this season. But look where Tennessee is now with a first down at the Southern California 34-yard line. And that is the third fumble by the Trojans and the third time the Trojans have lost the ball. Alatorre throwing into the end zone, incomplete. And matching the receiver stride for stride, that was Galt downfield. Matching Galt stride by stride was the cornerback Joey Browner. Some of the folks here in Knoxville thought that Browner had interfered. He didn't look that way to me, Mike Garrett. How about you?
Galt has great speed, but you must, I think the Volunteers are forgetting that Joey Browner is from a great family himself. He can run awfully well and great athlete.
You're talking about number 26, Willie Galt, a member of the U.S. Olympic track team. He has run the 100 meters in 10.30. Second and 10 at the SC-34. Alatorre fires complete at the 23-yard line, and that is Hancock. Hancock is out of bounds at the 18, and a penalty marker goes down. Jeff Fisher made the tackle. And now this crowd is really going berserk.
Quite often, Mike, they think that the one weak point SC has is a passing defense. But the honest truth here is that there was no penetration to get the quarterback. And here Hancock catches the ball and makes a crucial catch.
And the late hit by Busick.
Late hit. Now it'd be half a
late hit by Busick, and that's going to cost a penalty against SC. Hancock was driven out of bounds by Jeff Fisher at the 18-yard line. This will be half the distance to go, down to the 9. So Tennessee, first and goal to go at the USC 9-yard line.
Here we go with the play again. Alatorre looking, going, then fakes like he's going to throw. Hits Hancock, who's a fine receiver here. He tries to turn him, get as many yards as he can. Fisher's there to drive him out, and he gets late hit by Ricky Gray.
First and goal to go, Tennessee at the SC 9, Trojans 10, Tennessee 3, 3:43 to go in the third quarter. Alatorre, 5, no, he hands off to Berry, and Berry is stacked up. Berry brought down around the 7 or the 6. Alatorre doing a nice job of faking. Busick brings him down at the 7. Second and goal. Second and goal at the SC 7. 95,000 plus. 95,049 to be exact. The second largest crowd ever in the South. Boy, are they loving every minute of this right now. Second and goal at the 7, the SC 7. There's a mix-up. Alatorre throws it incomplete. Penalty marker is down, and we may get pass interference. Will it be against the defender or against the receiver?
It looks like pass interference with Ricky Gray. I think it may have a running back came out of the backfield, and he kind of chugged him in the end zone.
Steve Alatorre, who has sparked this Tennessee team. And now it'll be pass interference against the Trojans. First and goal to go at the 1-yard line. Pass interference against SC in the end zone. Tennessee with a first and goal at the Trojan 1-yard line. A power high right formation. Alatorre gives to his running back. Touchdown, Tennessee! James Berry scores for the Volunteers.
There's Terry going over from those 2-yard lines.
Now Duncan, who has rarely missed a point after touchdown. He's got a streak of 41 straight going over a 2-season span. He's only missed 7 in his career at Tennessee. Puts it right through. Tie game. 10-0 at the half. The Volunteers have caught SC. 3:11 remaining in the third quarter, and it's all tied up here in Knoxville. Well, Dan Avey, if you could hear it, you're on. Dan Avey.
Thank you, Mike. The noise down here is incredible. The noise is going to be a big opponent for USC from now on. They are really going to be on the USC offense. It's going to be very hard to hear the quarterback. They're going to have to watch him. Okay, back to you, Mike.
I think we just mentioned moments ago, you can never, 10-0 is not a comfortable lead these days, and bang, just like that. Before the Trojans could have a spell out, it was 10-0. And then the next thing you know, the Trojans were caught by Tennessee, 10-10. 3:11 to go, third quarter. Mike Walden, Mike Garrett from Neyland Stadium in Knoxville. The Trojans have their home opener a week from tonight against South Carolina. Kickoff time, 7:30 in the Coliseum. Duncan's kickoff goes over the head of Michael Harper and Anthony Gibson. So, after a couple of penalties, the Volunteers were really in clover, and it took them only 3 plays to go that far. So we have a 10-10 deadlock. Trojans ball, first and 10 at the USC 10-yard line. 3:11 to go, third quarter. Tailback is Marcus Allen. Fullback is Doug McKenzie. The give is to McKenzie. And McKenzie gets a couple of yards to the 23. Tackled by Mike Castile, the defensive end.
This would be an all-important drive for SC. Momentum's are going to the Tennessee Volunteers. And it'd be interesting to see how Mike Adams and the coaching staff analyze and what do they go with the next 2 downs.
Not much time remaining third quarter. 2nd and 7 Trojans at the USC 13. The pitch to Marcus Allen. Marcus Allen up to the 24, but that's, or rather to the 24-yard line, and that's all. Tackle is made by Chris Bolton. So it'll be 3rd down and 6 now at the 24.
Okay, here's SC power off-tackle play. Marcus Allen trying to get every yard he can and gets hit from inside.
Quarterback is Gordon Adams. He's gone all the way. Paul DeLulo is the fullback. Marcus Allen the tailback. 3rd and 6 for the Trojans. Williams starts in motion this way. Adams checks off, throws complete to Marcus Allen. 30. Marcus Allen at the 35. Dropped at the 36 by Chris Bolton again. For the Trojans at the SC 36. 10-10 tie here in Knoxville. Closing minutes here of the third quarter. It's Michael Harper from Kansas City, and the sophomore starts up to around the 43. And again, Chris Bolton on the tackle for Tennessee.
Michael Harper, one of the...
All right, it's 2nd down and 2 at the 44-yard line. The USC 44. Here comes Kevin Williams this way. Adams wants to throw. He struggles to get to the 40-yard line. Tackle is made by Jim Noonan and Chris Wampler. If you have to go back to one turning point in this second half, it would have to be the aroused play of the Tennessee defense. The crowd is not booing. They're just reacting to the public address announcer mentioning that Jim Noonan was in number 60. There he goes,
yes,
making the tackle. 3rd down, 7 for the Trojans at the USC 40-yard line. 18 seconds left in the third quarter. A 10-10 deadlock. Adams throwing complete to Timmy White. He steps out of bounds at the 40-yard line, and the crowd is booing. They thought that Timmy White had caught the ball out of bounds. The official right there on the spot, he called it completed pass at the 40-yard line of Tennessee. Timmy White.
Timmy White, one of the great pattern runners for the Trojans, is running this run on a 15-yard flag pattern where he goes inside about 15 cups and goes at a 45-degree angle to the sideline. There he keeps 2 feet in, Only require 1 feet in college ranks. You got 1 feet in, and it's called good.
All right, first down for the Trojans at the Tennessee 40-yard line, and the crowd is making so much noise, Adams is just going to walk away. And he'll have a little visit with John Robinson. 4 seconds left in the third quarter, and we are tied here in Knoxville, 10-10. We at On TV are extremely proud of our association with USC, and subject to NCAA approval, we'll be in Tucson on October the 11th for another live Trojan football on the field in Dan Avey.
We've been watching Jim Noonan, the great nose guard of Tennessee. He's been double-teamed all night. He's handling the double team. He's not even getting tired. Back up to you, Mike.
First and 10 Trojans at the Tennessee 40-yard line. Marcus Allen is the tailback, and he gets the call again. Marcus Allen is to the 30, down to the 28 of Tennessee. A slashing run over tackle by Allen. End of the third quarter with the score tie. Tennessee and USC 10 each. All right, football fans, get ready to see the world of the pros as you've never seen it before when On TV presents North Dallas 40. All right, here we go into the fourth quarter. First and 10, USC. The ball is at the Tennessee 28-yard line. The fake to, and then Allen's going to go around the left side. Allen is pushed out of bounds at the 28-yard line, the line of scrimmage by Mike Castile and Danny Martin. No gain on that play. Second and 10 at the Tennessee 28. We're into the first play of the fourth quarter. Kind of reminds you of last year against LSU at Baton Rouge, doesn't it? Sure does. Second and 10 at the Tennessee 28. Rock Shawnee split to the right side. It's the tailback, Michael Harper. Harper, he is down to the 10, the 5, and he goes over. But a penalty marker was dropped at the 12-yard line. Let's wait and see if this touchdown will hold up. Michael Harper, straight down the middle, and he made his cut at about the 12-yard line. That's also where the penalty markers drop. Flipping against USC.
Michael, this is a fantastic play by Harper, where he's running off, where he runs off tackle. He jumps over these men, shows great balance here, breaks to the outside, and here we have Malcolm Moore inadvertently hit the ball clear, not realizing that he was in bad position and in for 15-yard penalty.
So instead of having a go-ahead touchdown, we'll look at it again from a different angle.
Now watch the clip here. Malcolm really doesn't see what's going on until the last one. Then he hits this man, and then it's a clip, and the referee is right there to call it.
So now the ball will go back to the 26-yard line. It'll be third down now, and Gordon Adams back to throw for Kevin Williams, and he catches it, but out of bounds. Williams right into the corner. As an anxious John Robinson looks on. So in the last two plays, the Trojans have scored, but one was called back by a penalty. The next one was caught, but out of bounds. There are the stats on Gordon Adams tonight.
Michael, do you get the feeling that we can move the ball? It's just if we just do everything correctly and kind of click.
Yes, I think SC has been able to move the ball. The statistics point that out. 14:40 remaining in the game. So now the ball goes back to the 28, and Adams back to throw. Adams, dumps it off, incomplete. Adams, under heavy pressure, was trying to dump it off to one of the backs, and a Tennessee player is shaken up. And this will be an official timeout. Look at the pressure that Adams is under.
Adams drops back, looking for people.
Here comes 93 Coper.
Coper's been playing a great game all night. He knocks the ball out of Adams' hand. The arm was moving in forward motion, so they call it incomplete pass.
Timeout for the injured Tennessee player. That is Coper. We have 14 and a half minutes left, and it's tied here in Knoxville. Mike Koper is walking off the field under his own power. Eric Kipp now will try a field goal from the 34-yard line. He hit a 45-yarder in the first quarter. High snap. Tinsley gets it down. The kick by Hipp. It's up. No good. No good. So the game remains tied. Tennessee 10, USC 10 with 14 and a half minutes to play. Now to the sideline and Dan Avey.
Thank you, Mike. Coach John Robinson's been on the field twice in the last 2 minutes to talk with the officials.
From the 27, that's where Tennessee will take over with a first down from that spot. Steve Alatorre to the 30, down at the 32, brought down by Eric Scoggins, Dennis Edwards, and Chip Banks. A gain of 5 by Steve Alatorre. John Robinson can only be thinking about how the Trojans have been their own worst enemies here in the second half with penalties and fumbles. Second down and 5 at the Tennessee 32. 10-10 tie. Galt goes out wide to the right side. Alatorre is 4 out of 12. Rushing, 4 carries, 12 yards gain, 2 out of 3 passing. Berry. And Berry is up to the 37, maybe the 38. Well, they say his knee touched down at the 37. It's going to be close to a first down, however. Tackle on James Berry made by Ricky Gray and Eric Scoggins. So this will be an official's timeout as we get a measurement. Berry has carried 10 times for 46 yards. Alatorre, the quarterback, looking on. Not quite. Oh, yes, he gets from the angle, it didn't look like he had it. From the angle that we had the shot, it didn't appear that he had it. The official right there in a much better position than we are, of course, signal first down for Tennessee. Ball is at the Tennessee 37-yard line. So Steve Alatorre, this junior quarterback from Cypress, California, comes out over the ball with a first down from his own 37. He gives to Berry. Berry is pulled down at the 41. Gain of 4. Tackle made by Chip Banks. And now you got to keep your eye on that clock now and then. Still a lot of time left. Little over 13 minutes remaining, and it's tied at 10. It'll be second and 6 at the Tennessee 41. Hancock and Galt are wide to the right side. Handoff goes to Terry Daniels, and he's stopped by linebacker Steve Busey. Daniels gets maybe 1 or 2. The ball will be spotted down at the 42-yard line. So call it third down and 5 now for Tennessee at the 42, and now the Volunteers have a big third down play early in the fourth period. They have 3 receivers wide to the right side. The lone running back is Berry, the fullback. Alatorre with a 3rd and 5. Sprints out to the right. He gets away from one Trojan across the 30-45, brought down at the 47. And it'll be a first down for Tennessee. Chip Banks had a shot at him, and Alatorre did a good job of getting away from Banks, and finally it was Ricky Gray who makes the tackle.
Alatorre makes a great play here. He sees no one open. He goes through very quick speed here. Eludes
Banks.
Chip Banks here and gets the crucial 4 yards for the first down.
They're going to measure it. From up here, it looks like they got the first down. Yep, they got it. First down for Tennessee. Ball is at the Tennessee 47. Glenn Ford is now the tailback. James Berry, the fullback. Steve Alatorre has sparked this volunteer squad here in the second half. Tennessee, USC tied at 10. Alatorre faking the handoff. Quarterback option play. He's smothered there at around the 50. Dennis Edwards, the first man to bring him down.
Michael, it seems that Tennessee is switching over from a dive offense, and now they have the quarterback going out the options. It's been proven very effective against the Trojan defense.
Well, he's got to be pumped up. Here's a young man from Southern California against the SC Trojans, and a chance to show him that maybe Steve Alatorre could play pretty good high school football at one time. Second down and 6 at the SC 49-yard line. Alatorre back to throw, and here comes Busick. Alatorre unloads, complete but out of bounds. Johnny Majors looking on from the sideline. 3rd and 6 at the USC 49.
At the 40-yard line, the intended receiver was bumped by Joey Browner, but Joey was going for the ball, and so the crowd wanted that interference, but it was no such call.
Perhaps you noticed John Lopes signaling out the defense that he wants the Trojans to use on the sideline. 3rd and 6 at the Trojan 49. 11 minutes, 15 seconds left. Fourth quarter action from Knoxville, Tennessee. Alatorre, here comes Banks right after him. Alatorre runs it to the 44. It's going to be about a yard shy of a first down. He had to get to the 43. Eric Scoggins, an outside linebacker, made the tackle.
Here's the play here where Alatorre is going to run outside. Chick Banks was on a blitz from outside, but didn't quite get him. And here's Eric Scoggins making the tackle. 1 yard short in the first down.
It's going to be a long yard, and it'll be 4th down for Tennessee, and Alatorre is going to talk it over with the Tennessee coaching staff. 10:53 left in this intersectional struggle, and we are tied at 10. A week from tonight, the Trojans go against South Carolina in another intersectional. Running back for South Carolina. That's 7:30 kickoff next Saturday night. Johnny Majors has decided he'll take no chances, so Warren will punt. On 4th and a long one. High spiral, good hang time, and it'll go out of bounds somewhere around the 20-yard line. Out of bounds, according to the field judge, or rather the line judge, at the 24-yard line. So that punt by Warren was really good for only 15 yards.
Warren noted for being a great punter.
Well, SC has been in situations like this before, certainly. 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line, on the SC 24-yard line. 10:46 remaining. The give is to Paul DeLulo, the fullback. DeLulo is up to the 27th. Bill Bates, the free safety, one of those to bring him down.
DeLulo, one of the alternate fullbacks for the SC attack here, looks in, runs very hard, keeps his head up, get the legs moving, and gains the crucial 8 yards. First down, excuse me. It's 1st and 10 for the Trojans.
Ball is at the Trojan 35-yard line. It's Marcus Allen out of bounds at the 45. Wilbert Jones, the quarterback, twisting him out of bounds. Ball is at the 40-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 5. Trojans at the 40. SC, Tennessee, 10 all. 10:14 left. The pitch goes to Michael Harper. Oh! Harper is hit hard by Jim Noonan, the middle guard of Tennessee. And the crowd responds with a Noonan. The Tasmanian Devil. Harper gains 4. 3rd and 1 now for the Trojans at the 44. There's Noonan. He missed all of last season with a foot injury, but he's sure quick for a guy who is 5'10 and weighs 234. Michael Harper trying to get the first down. Michael stops it around the 46. He had to get to the 45, so he'll have it for a first down for USC. Mike Garrett or
I
Mike
think
Walden?
it's Mike Walden, Mike.
Might be another Mike. You know that? Whatever. You know, the Tennessee walking horse is almost as famous in collegiate circles as the SC Trojan horse, but they don't allow the walking horse on this new turf. They call it super turf. It's something like AstroTurf. Here comes Marcus Allen, and Marcus Allen brought down by Wilbert Jones. Ball is stopped at the 47. The ball is put down at the 47-yard line. The Tennessee 47. So the Trojans now trying to crank out a drive. 8:48 left. Southern California 10 and Tennessee 10. The ball at the 47. DeLulo is the fullback. Marcus Allen the tailback. It's Marcus Allen again. Marcus Allen twisted down at the 42. Gain assisting Marcus Allen. Second and 5. Adams back to throw. Across the middle. It is complete to the fullback, Paul DeLulo. And DeLulo is hit right away by Chris Bolton from Atlanta, Georgia. Graduated from Minnesota, and he has another brother, a freshman defensive tackle at Oregon State. And another one coming up through high school. Outstanding football prospect. On the 35-yard line, and penalty markers are dropped all over the place.
Looks like Roy Foster was pulling too early.
It's second down 9 at the Tennessee 40. Second and 9. 7:28 left. McKenzie, the fullback. And Harper is the tailback. Whoops, nobody there, so Adams is going to run. 40, 35, and Adams put down around the 32-yard line. On the spill again. As it is, Gordon Adams able to pick up about 8 yards. So it's going to be almost a first down. Look how close. 6:45 left. McKenzie, the fullback. And Allen is the tailback. The pitch to Marcus Allen. The 30. Allen pulled down at the 26. The tackle made by Jim Noonan. And there's the appropriate response from the Tennessee crowd. Ball will be at the 26. So it was a pickup of 6 by Marcus Allen. Second and 4 at the Tennessee 26. It's Marcus Allen, 25. Marcus Allen to the 20. Put down there by Jim Noonan again with some help from Wilbert Jones. Paul Hackett, John Robinson on the SC sideline.
Michael, looks like the Volunteers are playing a very conservative defense. They're willing to give up the 5 yards and trying to prevent the long game, which doesn't all the time, at this point, makes very much sense. And
SC is very content right now to use that clock and not get in there and score too soon. Right now, it's first down and 10. The ball is at the Tennessee 20. Rockshani in motion. Adams will throw. Adams sets up. He's got to hurry. Dumps it off to his tight end, Hobie Brenner. And Hobie Brenner is down to the 14. And Holton is in there again to make the tackle. So that'll be a gain of 6 for the Trojans. Second and 4 at the Tennessee 14-yard line. But remember, this drive started way back at the SC 24. And the Trojans have moved steadily downfield, now down to the Tennessee 14.
You know, it shows that Gordon Adams can scramble just like the Volunteers quarterback. And he picks out his tight end and hits him for a crucial 6 yards.
Here's Michael Harper. He goes down to the 1-yard line. Michael Harper, the sophomore from Kansas City, Missouri. He's been timed in the 100-yard dash in 9.5 and a burst of speed spinning down to the 1.
Michael Harper is the speed burner they put in to give him a different look, and here he hits the hole, runs with power, looks at this man, and then slides to the 1-yard line.
Harper, with all of that speed, is 5'10", 180. First and goal to go at the 1-yard line, and John Robinson now employing 3 tight ends for Southern California. Rockshani back and forth to give us to Harper. He dives. Touchdown, USC. So a drive of 76 yards is climaxed by the 1-yard plunge by sophomore tailback Michael Harper from Kansas City, Missouri.
The line really blows out real well, gives Michael at least a step hold, a foot in the line. He jumps and has great balance and just slides into the end zone.
And let's give credit to that offensive line in this drive. Bruce Matthews and Roy Foster, Keith Van Horn, and Don Mosbar, and Alan Pugh. Holding will be Scott Pensley. Snapping is Matthews. The kick by Eric Hipp. It is good. So the Trojans take a 17-10 lead over Tennessee with 4 minutes and 26 seconds left here in Knoxville.
Michael, the great thing about SC's offensive line play is that they wear that defense down. Now look at the lineman blow out. It's a great block by the fullback here. Michael Harper takes the hit, spins off, and goes in. That's beautiful. Makes a running back want to run again.
The Tennessee offensive line averages that in height and weight. And you can see the comparison with the Dallas Cowboys. The Trojans are averaging almost 6'6" on their offensive line and 3 pounds more than Dallas. There you can see the guys that did the job for the Trojans on that drive of 76 yards. And the 1-yard touchdown run by Harper. Harper really earned that touchdown because it was his sprint down to the 13 that set it up 1st and goal to go. Trojans leading 17-10 over Tennessee with 4:26 left. And this is Willie Gault, the speedster. Gault breaks it. Gault has just 2 men to beat, and they finally corral him at midfield. Joe Turner on the tackle along with Joey Browner. And Willie Gault, who runs the 100 meters in 10.30, came within a step and a half of going all the way. Some 90 yards for the touchdown.
You know, we talk about blocking and speed for the Trojans. Now we see it for the Volunteers, where they block well. This great sprinter gets in the open field. He can only get away.
17-10, the Trojans, but Tennessee with a great field position near the midfield stripe. Alatorre fires complete to the wingback Hancock, Anthony Hancock. Fisher was covering on the play, but they're going to call it back. Penalty marker was dropped. Let's see what the penalty is about. Going to be against Tennessee, and here's the walk-off by Jim Harper, the referee. All right, that is the new blocking rule. A 5-yard penalty against Tennessee. Illegal use of the hand. This year they have loosened up the rules so the linemen can come back in and block with their hands out in front. But if they are detected holding on that play, it's only 5 yards and not 15 as it used to be. It'll be 1st and 15 now for Tennessee with the ball back at the Tennessee 43-yard line. Alatorre wants to run. Now he throws on the run, and he's got a man open at the 40. That's Hancock. Hancock at the 10. Hancock scores for Tennessee. Hancock.
You know, it's always great to have game breakers on your team, too. So here the Volunteers, where Alatorre's running for his life. Hits Goff. Well, we know he's a 9'3" sprinter. He breaks to the open side, and he makes it a foot race. And I can tell you, no one's going to catch him.
Dennis Smith reached out with the left hand, but by that time, he really had it turned in. And the kick by Duncan, we have a tie game. Alan Duncan ties it at 17 with 3:57 left. to field and Dan Avey.
Boy, it's pandemonium down here, Mike. Even the Alabama State Troopers in charge of keeping track of this crowd have joined in the fun. Everybody cheering on the Volunteers. I can't hear myself. Gordon Adams is going to have a tough time. Back up to you, Mike.
A deafening roar from Neyland Stadium in Knoxville. The Volunteers, a one-touchdown underdog with a 17-17 tie against USC. The Trojans ranked 4th and 5th in the wire service polls this week. This crowd alive. They would settle right now, I think, for the 17-17 tie. It would be a moral victory.
There's no question. The crowd has been a factor, and I was saying the game is based on momentum, and the Volunteers have it right now, and I just hope the Trojans can put it together and make a definite move in the last 3 minutes.
Duncan will kick off. Harper is in the middle awaiting the ball, but Harper won't get it. Gibson is over there, and Gibson will make no attempt to run it out. Number 24, Anthony Gibson. So, we have a little under 4 minutes left here in Knoxville, Tennessee, and the Trojans are going to have to go 80 yards or at least get into Eric Hipp field goal range. And the clock will be an enemy of SC right now. 3:57 left. Listen to the crowd here in Knoxville chanting, defense, defense. Rock Shawnee in motion from the SC-20. Gordon Adams. Hands up to Allen, and he's hit by Noonan. It was almost as if Jim Noonan was in the SC backfield and knew the play. He was in the backfield, all right.
Let's look at it again. Here's Noonan. He escaped inside and hit Marcus Allen before he ever knows what's happening. Now we're 2nd and 12 with 3:30 to go.
A loss of 2. 2nd and 12 at the 18. 3:24 left. 17-17. Adams has time. Kicks it off over to Allen. And Allen gets to the 26. Allen up for an 8-yard gain, but Allen was a secondary receiver, and the tackle was made by Mike Coper, a defensive end. They have 2 Copers on this Tennessee team, both of them with the first name of Mike. There's Mike E. He's the tight end on offense, and Mike L. Coper, the defensive end. Adams trying to rally the troops. The ball is at the USC 26-yard line. 3rd down and 4. Allen throws under heavy pressure, incomplete. And the SC coaches are yelling pass interference as Hunter was hit and knocked down. No penalty markers dropped.
John Robinson must be beside himself. James Hunter went down 5 yards, looked at the quarterback, wide open. The ball came to him, and there's a question. Here's the replay here.
I don't know if you can see Hunter get knocked down.
And the ball,
27 is Greg Gaines. You couldn't really tell from the replay. No way. Dave Pryor back to punt. Fair catch is signaled for, and the ball is taken in by Willie Gault at the 44-yard line. But remember this, we still have 2 minutes and 26 seconds left, and remember that Tennessee has a great field goal kicker in Alan Duncan.
Here's the
waiting in the wing.
Here's the questionable play here, where Gordon Adams is looking for the receiver, throws to Hunter, and the defensive runs right through him.
And in case you're wondering about Alan Duncan, his longest field goal at Tennessee in 3 years, 53 yards against Duke 2 years ago. 1st and 10 at the 44. It's Berry. Berry brought down near the midfield stripe by Eric Scoggins. There's the clock. That much time left. Probably they're going to have to get down to around the SC 30 before Duncan will be called upon. Under 2 minutes now. 2nd and 6 at the 50. It's Daniels. Daniels makes just a yard or two. Barry Daniels, the tailback, brought down by Dennis Edwards. Referee will spot the ball at the 46. It'll be 3rd down and about 2. Timeout has been called as John Robinson takes the walk on one side and John Majors on the other. Majors was an All-American tailback here at Tennessee back in the mid-50s, and he was assistant at several places, Arkansas, Mississippi State, and he was the head coach at Iowa State, and then the head coach at Pittsburgh, and he led the Panthers to a national championship, aided and abetted greatly by Tony Dorsett. Now back here at Tennessee in his 4th year. 1:37 left, 17 all. It'll be 3rd down and a short yard to go for Tennessee. Look at them all bunched up in there. Probably a quarterback sneak. It is. I don't know whether he made it or not. Banks throws him all the way back to the 49-yard line. They will mark his forward progress, of course. Ricky Gray was the first man to hit him. 1st down, Tennessee.
There's no question the crowd is pushing on their team.
Ball is at the 45 of USC. Volunteers have 1 minute and 16 seconds left, but they're getting closer to the field goal range of Alan Duncan from Kenya in South Africa. Calatorre unloads, and it's intercepted. It is intercepted by Jeff Fisher. And Fisher is out of bounds at the 46-yard line of Tennessee. Jeff Fisher. We have 58 seconds left, and the Trojans will have a 1st down at the Tennessee 44. And suddenly it is shifted.
Here's Alatorre throwing the ball. Fisher playing man-on-man on Dowd.
He was throwing to Hancock.
Hancock, and he makes a great reception for us. Now we have 58 seconds left to play.
Jeff Fisher with the key interception. He had 2 intercepted passes last year. Now the Trojans are going to have to get down to around the 25, 30-yard line for Eric Hitt to try one, but they have only 58 seconds left. 1st and 10 at the Tennessee 44. Adams sets up the throw. It's off to Marcus Allen at the 35, the 30. Marcus Allen is down to the 20-yard line. And suddenly, just like that, the Trojans trying to call a timeout to stop the clock, and they do. 48 seconds left, but a penalty marker is dropped. A penalty marker back here at the 48-yard line.
Michael, at this time, the only thing you can think about is it's the offensive holding.
Keith Van Horn getting an explanation from the referee, Harper. Harper's calling for the ball back.
Now we get a true look at it and see if we can discern what happened here. Gordon's back. Throws to Marcus. Marcus makes a good play. It's kind of impossible to find out just what happened. And Marcus runs it to the 20-yard line. Great pass and catch.
Holding 15 yards against the Trojans, and there was just no way to tell who was guilty of the holding. So now the ball goes back to the 41-yard line of the Trojans. 43 seconds left. The clock is running. Jeff Simmons moving out. Adams wants to go deep, and now he checks it off to Hobie Brenner. Hobie Brenner is flipped down at the 46-yard line of Tennessee. Still not going to be enough for a 1st down. They still got about another 12 yards to go. The clock running, 23 seconds. SC's got 1 timeout left. We've got to take it very soon here because Hobie Brenner over on the sidelines. Here's Adams. He may throw it away to stop the clock. Cross the middle, incomplete. And that stops the clock with 10 seconds left. Tennessee 17, Southern California 17.
Michael, being a true fan, you look at this game, you're trying to figure out just what can the Trojans do at this time. They got 10 seconds left to play, 1 timeout. I think the Coach Robinson will go for 1 more play to get better field position and then send the kicking team on.
Rock Shawnee is bringing in the play from John Robinson. Gil Haskell over there on the sidelines, along with Eric Hitt, nervously awaiting what he hopes will be a chance to pull this one out. The ball is at the 46-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 12 for the Trojans. But only 10 seconds left. Adams throws to Rakshani, out of bounds at the 30-yard line. 4 seconds left. That may be enough for Eric Hipp to get a chance, and yep, there he comes. Out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Hipp will kick this one from around the 39-yard line. Thus, it would be a 49-yard field goal. He has never kicked one that far for SC, but Eric Hipp has kicked one of that distance. He had one in junior college of 57 yards. And Tennessee has called for a timeout. They want Mr. Eric Hipp to think about it 1 more minute. That's like a player going to the free throw line and the other team calling a timeout. Okay, 4 seconds left here in Knoxville. USC 17, Tennessee 17. The Trojans will get a last chance to get it home in 4 seconds as John Robinson is waving frantically on the sideline. One thing you have to say about Eric Hipp, he has been kicking so very, very well in practice. His longest field goal at SC, 45 yards. He did that against Cal a year ago, 45 tonight against Tennessee. He missed one in the second half, but his longest ever was 57 yards, and that was in junior college. And now he's going to be called upon to kick one 49 yards to give SC a last-second victory over Tennessee. Holding will be Scott Tinsley, and snapping will be Bruce Matthews. It'll be from the hash mark, so he'll have a little bit of an angle to his left. The crowd trying to... Here's the kick by Hipp. It's up. It is good. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. Eric Hipp, 49 yards. And the Trojans win it. And look at the Trojans mobbing Eric Hipp out in the middle of that field. The clock had ticked off the final seconds as the ball went through the upright in the middle of the goalpost. 20-17, and look at the reaction on the face of Eric Hipp. Now watch Hipp as he goes down and he scrambles to his feet and he looks up and he says, "Hey, I've done it! 49 yards!" What is it about SC? They pulled one out of the fire against LSU at Baton Rouge, and they do it tonight in the last closing seconds against Tennessee. In a dramatic wind-up, Southern California, a 20-17 victory over Tennessee, thanks to a 49-yard field goal by Eric Hipp, a senior from San Francisco. I think Dan Avey has Eric Hipp down in the field, so let's go. Dan Avey.
Thank you very much. Eric, congratulations. Did you feel the pressure?
A little bit, yeah, but it was fun. That's all. It was really fun. I loved it. I wish I could do it all the time. It's great.
You were kicking even longer before the game.
Yeah, well, I felt really good. It's nice out here. Weather's nice and warm. Turf's great. Kicked the ball really well tonight.
Congratulations. And Gordon Adams, the blooded quarterback. You didn't look like you have only played 15 minutes coming in.
Well, I've had a lot of time to prepare, and I just tried to go out and be as effective as I could, and I was just real happy with what happened, obviously.
You were doing a lot of audibles.
Well, yeah, we came into the game figuring they might do some things we weren't prepared for, so we just planned to go in and set up, and then, you know, if they were going to try and take something away, we'd go to something else.
How many times did the noise really bother you in offense?
Well, I don't know. The guys on the outside receivers probably bother them every play, but basically just one time down here at this end, when I guess after they tied it up, it was real close. That was the one time, but we got the playoffs, so it was all right.
It didn't look like USC ever panicked. It looked like you always felt you were still in it whenever.
Well, that's one thing Coach Robinson tries to impress upon us, is that no matter what happens in a game, there's ups and downs, but you play 60 minutes of football and work through the ups and the downs, you come out on top.
The quarterback and the kicker, how sweet it is. USC a 3-point win. Let's go back upstairs.
Well, we've been up here in the booth, Mike Garrett and I, remembering some of the great field goal kicks that have pulled the chestnuts out of the fire. For an SC victory, you think back to Frank Jordan against Notre Dame and against UCLA. And I go back to Ron Ayala against Stanford. And here tonight, Eric Hipp puts his name into the legendary USC kicks. 49 yards, the final second ticking off of the clock. His longest ever for USC. And we want to say congratulations to the Trojans. 20-17 over Tennessee here tonight.